This is Spud, and he is an Indian Scops owl. Been hand rearing him now for quite a few weeks. He's coming to about 12 weeks old. I thought I'd give you a little update on him if you've seen him in the previous videos. And he is going to be for handling on our displays and care home visits and school visits, that kind of thing. We're not going to fly this one free, it's just a bit too small. So at the minute he's in an aviary behind me, and he's actually in with Gizmo, our 5-year-old Scops owl, and he's in with Diego, our 5-year-old white-faced owl. 3 owls together, mix them up a little bit. But as you can see from this clip, the only one being bothered by this mixture is actually the older two. Spud here has a bit of an attitude, likes to investigate a little bit. And we're going to have a much better aviary built in a few weeks. We need to get some of the big events out of the way. It is summer after all, so busy at the moment. And I'll show you where that aviary is going to be for the smaller owls, something more appropriate. And it's actually where this pile of stuff is here, this pile of junk. And it's a good spot, but we need to siphon through that pile, decide what can be used and recycled, etc., and the rest will be scrapped, essentially, taken to the recycling centre. And that'll be happening, as I say, a bit later in the summer, but for now, they're in here, and they're absolutely fine together. But I do have to feed them lots of food, because there's 3 of them at fat weight, and that means that they make a lot of mess. So every single day, giving it a good clean. And the box behind me here, we've actually had for some years, and it's starting to wear away a little bit, even though they do like to go inside it. So I'll leave it there for now. We're going to have to get some new owl boxes made up, not just for the small owls, but for some of the other birds as well, a bit later this year. So it's going to be really exciting to get this place really finished, and when it is, I'll give you a full tour. Now, at the moment, Spud here is wearing some jesses, some leather jesses at the moment, and some little anklets there, which are little pop-on ones. And essentially, we have to have that so we can tether it and just grip onto it. Otherwise, it could fly into a tree, and with this camouflage, we wouldn't be able to see it very well at all. But when I first put the anklets on and tethered the bird for the first time, I got quite an unusual response from Spud here. Usually a bird would kind of jump off the perch, go, oh, something's stopping me there, okay, and jump back up again and just accept it. When Spud did it, and I don't have any video footage of this unfortunately, but when he first jumped off the perch and then his legs were stopped by the anklets, rather than kind of go, oh, that's different, he thought that maybe his legs weren't working, and he was suddenly very wobbly and kind of like a drunk bird. And what I had to do was very gently and very carefully pick him up and put him down off the block perch at the time, and just so that it was nice and gentle. And then he very quickly realised, oh no, okay, my legs do work, I've just got to step on and off as normal. So it was a bit of an odd moment, but we got through it, and now he's lovely and calm. He's been going to lots of weddings and things like that. Right, I'm popping back in his aviary now. So you keep going just like so. You're going to fly in, there he is. I'll go and get the other two. I've just cleaned the aviary. So here's Gizmo, the 5-year-old, very similar but fully finished with his feathers. He's got all the markings, the different little white and brown parts on there. His little ear tufts as well, of course. Pop him back in there as well. In he goes. I don't know if you can see that, but a little bit of action from the birds when they first go in. And Diego, the white-faced owl, also 5 years old. Fantastic amber eyes there. Let's pop him in. He's less likely, actually, to want to cast off. I'll just place him on the top there. And there we have it. All 3 owls in together. If you see it's quite green on the back, that's going to be power washed off very soon. I might do a video just showing me cleaning that. It's quite satisfying, isn't it? Should we take a look at them a bit closer? So here they are. Obviously that's the zoo mesh on there. So I'm just going to open up the door and just bring it in a little bit so you can see the different owls on there. This screen of tarpaulin is a temporary cover at the moment because there's a tawny owl on the other side of that, and we're just making sure it's safe keeping them separate. We just have the jesses on these birds in the enclosures. Even though they do poop on them a little bit, I have to give them a clean sometimes. At least we can just get hold of them and they don't pull them out like some of the other birds do. Right then, give you all a feed and say goodnight to you.